everybody, it's Rebecca Eunice, co-founder of Eunice & Associates CPAs, and today I'm going to rant. That's it. I cannot take anymore. I'm not the type of person that posts these rants and gets crazy over everything, but this one has me crazy. Have you seen the TurboTax commercials? All over the TV. You don't have to be a genius to file your taxes. As if that's not bad enough, walk into any office supply store and there's a big blue display with TurboTax software stacked up. And it says, you don't have to be a genius to file your taxes. Ugh, as a CPA, what that does to me. But you want to know what? It is a fact. You don't have to be a genius to file your taxes. As a matter of fact, we often suggest to certain individuals to use TurboTax. I mean, for a student who just works a part-time job and maybe has a little bit of student loan interest, TurboTax just makes sense for them. It's quick, it's easy, and it's not that expensive. And maybe for the individual that lives in the state that they work in and they just have one W-2, that also makes sense for you. There's no appointment, there's no waiting time. I mean, it's easy, it's quick, right? But what the commercials don't tell you is what happens if something actually goes wrong, which is more along the lines of what we see as tax professionals. We had one person call us up and say, hey, you know, I'm using TurboTax, but before I click that button, I really wanted somebody to check it over. Okay. So we brought him in just for kicks and giggles. And he went through the program exactly the way it prompted him to. However, there was one area that got a little bit fuzzy for him. You know, he was a little uncertain and he just put the number where it was thought it's supposed to go. We come along and check the return and it was in the wrong place. We saved that client $2,500 before he clicked that button. $2,500. I don't know about you, but that's a lot of money to me. And just to give that to the IRS for no apparent reason, hey, listen, if I owe it, I'll give it to IRS. But for no apparent reason other than an error, I have an issue with that. So naturally, he is now a believer and a client of ours. Another person actually had a very easy tax return. One W-2. That's all he thought he had. So he filed the tax return with that W-2. He already had his refund in his bank account. TurboTax did a great job with that. But guess what? He forgot that he worked someplace else. He got another W-2. Now what? He didn't know how to file a 1040X or a Rhode Island 1040X, so what did he have to do? Had to hire us to handle it. These would have been questions we would have asked throughout our interview process with him. So let me just tell you that no, you don't have to be a genius to file your tax return, but you should have an expert filing that tax return in your corner. Call your tax professional. And if you don't have a tax professional, give us a call. We're on the other end of the phone anytime.